You should look for people who actually want what you have.
Yeah, rejection is for the brave-hearted. At least you're in the game. She's such a full person, guys. I mean, like, I'm. No, you are.
I love talking. I'm a yapper, certified. Yeah.
Have you ever done this, by the way? Like,
No. What's something you admire about the person you're speaking to right now?
if you had to pick one thing you love most about yourself, what would it be and why?
It's a love and hate relationship with this quality.
You want to ask me?
Okay.
Because I'd love to talk about myself.
Oh, what's your biggest fear in life? That's a heavy one.
Why did you have to pick that up? What's something you admire about the person you're speaking to right now?
Yeah. I'm really comfortable right now because I feel like you're having meaningful, deep conversation.
Yeah.
$1 million question, would you consider going on a second date?
A viral New York Times article claims 21 questions can spark love. So we tried them on 2 complete strangers.
I'm Udhav and I live in Bombay. I am from Amritsar and I like plants.
Hi, my name is Medha. I'm 26 years old. I work in internal audit and I've lived in Gurgaon all my life.
How long have you been single for?
I don't know. I've been single for a while, I guess.
I think ever since I was born, I don't think I've met the love of my life, so I'll just consider myself single.
What is the biggest challenge you've faced in dating so far?
I feel like I'm an extremely emotional person.
The synchronicities have happened, but not to a level where like a full-blown relationship has blossomed.
So to find someone who understands that I probably don't feel everything I feel and I need to compartmentalize and rationalize my feelings and have the patience to navigate this with me would be like my biggest challenge.
How do you feel about rejection?
I mean, like, rejection and all of that is part of the process, I guess. Though in the moment it feels terrible. It feels so terrible.
It's of course a very negative emotion and it like takes time to get comfortable with, but it becomes easier and then you realize that you might not be everyone's cup of tea and vice versa.
Yeah, rejection is for the brave-hearted. At least you're in the game.
How do you decide if a date is going well?
When the time suspends and you are just like really tuned into the moment, and when you don't yawn.
I think you have an instinct in yourself if you know that the person's genuine or if they're trying too hard. And I don't think you can pinpoint. I think if you know, you know. Okay, hi, my name is Medha.
My name is Udhav.
Where did you come from?
I am from Amritsar, but I live in Bombay.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and
so
I was
you're like
visiting.
all over the place.
Yes.
Nice. What do you do?
I am right now running an Airbnb business, but I'm primarily an actor, and I write also, and I want to make stuff also.
So you're in touch with your emotions, I'm assuming, because you write and you're creative.
I'm in touch with myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Emotions, I don't know.
Emotions, you don't know? Why do you say that?
I think I pay attention and I try to sort of like be in an upbeat or a positive like end of the spectrum when it comes to emotions. Yeah.
Are you a more practical or like more emotion driven?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
How old are you?
Never ask a girl her age.
Do you identify as a girl?
When it comes to this, yes.
Okay. I know your age.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Chandra told me.
How old are you?
I identify as a man here, so I'm 26. I'm going to turn 27. Okay. What's a dream you've had for a long time and what's stopping you from chasing it?
I've written a short film about like my relationship with my grandfather and like after he basically transitioned to the non-physical, I wrote a short film and my greatest dream is for it to like get produced and like to find the right people.
So what's stopping you?
And I think what's holding me back though is I don't know if I'd be the right actor for it. And even if I feel that like if I'd be not and if there'll be someone who'd be the right fit for it, I still want to give it a shot and test for my own film.
Do you want to ask the same question? What's a dream I've had for a long
Yes,
time and
I
what's
wanna know
stopping me
that.
from chasing it?
Yes.
So I've wanted to transition into a sort of creative space in my career.
Huh.
And I'm stuck in internal audit. And I've been doing it because it feels comfortable.
What do you do?
Internal audit.
Oh, that is the job. Got it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the job.
And what is
and
a
I want to
creative?
get into something creative. So either like interior design or like jewelry design or like makeup, something in the creative field. What's stopping me is my stupid little paycheck, which gives me satisfaction that I'm making it a little bit in life every month. But I need to get out of my comfort zone.
But do you
a bit.
not enjoy your job at all?
No, I do. It's nice. But I know there's something else which is even more fulfilling.
She's fully a creative. Doesn't matter what you're doing in life, but like she's fully a creative. 10 on 10 to the person. 100%.
Let's pick another one. This is fun.
What's the best decision you've made in the last year and why?
Oh, I traveled a lot last year and I was away from home
Huh.
for close to 5 months
Huh.
in different places.
Huh. But that, how did you manage work?
I was working remotely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
that
then I
was a
was traveling for
possibility.
work also.
And why is it that travel feels like so special to you?
So I was in a boarding school for 4 years.
So was I.
In high school. Which
Yeah.
school did you go to?
Sindhya.
I was in Sanar.
Oh.
So I was in a boarding for 4 years and I feel once, like I grew up away from my parents.
You want something to eat
No, I'm
or
good.
drink, by the way?
I'm good.
I'm gonna go and like grab some cheese.
Sure.
Huh.
Feast away.
Huh.
So
I feel warm.
also, do you know on a charcuterie board, everything is kept next to things it's supposed to be paired with?
Oh yeah?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So you can like, I don't know, dip something right next to.
I'm happy with this for
Okay.
now. But good to know. I learned something new.
So I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry about
So
that.
I grew up away from home. I feel like the more.
So
like,
you're saying that if I
formative
wanted to
years-
have some cheese now,
Yeah.
if I feel like having some
Yeah.
cashew, I should not jump to it?
Probably not. I don't know if so much thought has gotten to this charcuterie board.
I think you're right. I shouldn't have.
Yeah. You didn't like it? The combo's not good?
No. Where were we?
Snapping back into it.
Should I answer this question now?
I didn't answer.
You did.
I did not.
Okay. I'm fully with you. I'm
No, you're
fully
not.
with you.
He's zoning out in
No,
my
not
face.
at all. I just realized that there are cameras all over. Okay.
So then I did college
Huh.
for 3 years, still at home. And then I worked in a company in Gurgaon, still at home. So I needed like a getaway. And I got all of those like pent up years of getaway in 1 year. So that was nice.
Love that.
What about you?
The best decision that I've made in the last year is that I started a business and I did not like restrict myself to acting and films. And also that allowed me to like act on my other passions, which was also like transforming spaces. I also like doing up interiors. So
Oh, lovely.
yeah. So I really enjoy doing that. And
Yeah.
also financial stability coming in through that avenue where I can also do other things and continue to work. And I feel that it's sort of like given me a sense of freedom. And because when you're basically learning acting and
Yeah.
applying yourself for various jobs, lack of work is so in your face
Yeah.
that
So it's
your days can
demotivating.
just be like
Yeah.
highly
Mundane,
stressful.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you sort of like try and do all of the spiritual workouts, but by the end of the day, you're still aware that, oh fuck, that like you're being supported by your father.
So do your parents support your
Not
career
anymore.
decisions?
Oh, that, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
they do now?
yes.
Or they've always been supportive?
They've been supportive. Of course, they like every once in a while, they like voice their desire for me to like maybe come back and be with them, but
Yeah.
they're very supportive that way.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to be famous? Why or why not? We know your answer now.
No, I want to know your answer about this.
I do not want to be famous.
Yeah?
I do not wish to be in the public eye.
Huh.
And I want to live a low-key life.
Why is that?
I do not like attention
Want
from
attention.
people who do not matter to me. I wouldn't want to be subject to like public opinion.
What if like a wider audience would
Yeah.
get to know you and get like a maybe like take something from you?
No, but I would still not want to be famous. I'd want to be rich and successful and have no one know about it than be famous and struggling. Yours is
So I'm not like, I don't crave
fame.
I don't crave it.
Yeah.
But if it were to happen, then if I feel like I'd be of value. I
Okay,
could be of
okay.
value.
I mean, he's an actor, so it makes complete sense that he wants fame. Not my cup of tea, but I understand.
If you had to pick one thing you love most about yourself, what would it be and why?
Ooh, it's a love and hate relationship with this quality, but I'm extremely empathetic. So I feel like when someone's telling me something, I feel it in their shoes, and I almost feel like it were happening to me. So I
You'd
feel
be
like,
a good actor then.
wouldn't it be draining? I feel like it'd be so draining if I were like constantly feeling everything my character was feeling.
No, but then you'd like also understand them better.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like my default setting. Like I feel like if you're talking to me about something, I'd probably be so invested that I'd start feeling it with you.
Maybe you should be the actor and I should be the interior designer.
I'm not the interior designer yet. So can you read that question again? I've forgotten.
Yeah, sorry. I just like I'm so bad at this. If you had to pick one thing you love most about yourself, what would?
My emotional availability. I'm extremely emotionally available and an empath. Hence.
You love that about yourself?
I love that about myself. I'd like sit down and talk to you about what you're feeling and what I'm feeling, and I'd like talk about it at length.
So you're concerned for others and self.
And mine, yeah.
That's a great quality you have, actually.
And I hate small talk.
She's such a full person, guys. I mean,
Not
like,
even.
No, you are. You really are.
What's the most valuable lesson you've learned from a past relationship?
I want to know what's yours.
Have you changed
No,
as a
I want to know
person in
yours.
the
What was the
evening?
last lesson for you?
Don't dive in too quickly, and take your time and become like friends first, and do like your due diligence before like committing to someone.
Say that again.
See, I can see like there's nothing running in your brain right now.
See, I'll tell you what. The thing is that I really like to see the best in people.
Yeah. I think it's not organic to be set up on a blind date, but he did a good job, and I feel it's funny that it's not completely robotic and it's not something he's been prepping for. So naturally, if he zones out, I was glad that I got to see it. Yeah. Do you want to ask the next question? Okay.
What comes first for you in a relationship, physical or emotional attraction first?
Oh, I feel like it's so shallow when you think about it. But of course, you see someone, and if you like them, that's when you get to know them.
That's
and then
the door, no?
Yeah, you invest in them only if you like physically attracted.
But do you think that blurs out if you like end up like having like a good conversation? And do you feel like that suddenly the person becomes attractive?
I feel like that's not the criteria to like be to get in a relationship, but that's always like a nice segue to like differentiate between people who have a chance and don't. But I feel like at the end, all of this, like your physical attraction, like takes a backseat. And if a person is not emotionally available or not catering to you as a human being, it's not sustainable and wouldn't last.
I agree with you.
You agree with my answer? You want to ask the next one also?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I'm playing with a toddler. Like just like having fun with this.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your biggest fear in life? That's a heavy one.
Why did you have to pick that up?
It's literally stacked on top of each other. We can like choose some other ones.
No, okay.
Okay. You want to skip this one?
Can I ask you this question?
Sure.
Yeah.
My biggest fear in life, of course, like to lose my parents is like a really big topic. That's everyone's, but to me, particularly, I'd say to be alone. Like I do not want to be with the wrong person solely because I'm lonely, but I also don't want to like end up alone. I'm scared of dying.
I think mine would be the same, but I mean like losing a parent.
Yeah.
And at a time that I'm not ready for it.
Yeah. I think he's really sweet, very confident, very comfortable, good at conversation. Fun guy.
What's something you admire about the person you're speaking to right now?
I think right off the bat, you're really energetic.
Really?
Yet calm. I feel like it's funny because not a lot of people know how to like carry conversations, and you're doing a really good job.
Oh wow!
So the bar's in hell, honestly.
Yeah. So you're aware that I can do better.
I think everyone can do better at any given point.
Oh wow! Next question.
Do you mean no? Then I'm gonna ask you the same question.
No, this for me.
You don't wanna.
No, I can.
Okay.
Do not delete this. Do not cut this. Do not cut this, please. She just asked me. She did this.
I got confused.
Please tell me your name again.
What does it mean?
It means Medha.
Shut up. What's something you admire about the person you're speaking to right now?
she is such an amazing girl. Really, I feel like she's like has a very impressive personality, so confident, and I really didn't see a flaw in her. So very like impressed and stuff. Yeah, again, like you're very like you're really in touch with yourself. Like sort of like connected to who they really are, can are able to do that, I feel.
Yeah,
And really like be in the
generally,
moment and
like,
enjoy
good
life.
at
So
talking
yeah, you can carry
a
conversation.
lot. A lot.
Like as a boy, as a guy, I feel that like I could have been more present.
Oh, was there anything you didn't particularly like about?
Not at all. Not off-putting. Usually I do find something or the other which is a complete no-go, but nothing as such.
If you would like to go on a second date, you may walk back to the table. If you don't, you may leave. Thank you so much for watching another episode of 21 Questions to Fall in Love. If you find this format interesting and would like to feature in the next blind date episode, DM us on Instagram. As always, be sure to hit subscribe, watch more of our videos, and we'll see you in the next one.